6 months later, Jake sits in his apartment eating pizza and watching bad movies. His cosmic powers are still there, but he uses them for small things, making perfect popcorn, getting the TV remote without standing up. He hasn't looked at his dating app since Zara left. His phone buzzes with a notification. Jake almost ignores it, but something makes him look. A new message appears. Looking for a brave human who saved a galaxy. Must love pizza and bad movies. Long-distance relationship, okay. Very long distance. Like different star systems long distance. But I have a really fast ship. Message me if you're interested in adventures and terrible Earth jokes. The profile picture shows Zara, smiling and wearing a captain's uniform. Jake grins and types back, I know just the guy. When do we leave? 3 days later, Jake stands in the doorway of Zara's ship. Space stretches out before them, full of stars and possibilities. Ready for the grand tour of the galaxy? Zara asks. With you? Always, Jake says, as their ship flies toward the stars. Jake thinks about his journey. He just wanted a date. He got a girlfriend, saved Earth, and became a cosmic hero. Best dating at ever. Jake and Zara flew through space as fast as their ship could go, but they were still too far from Earth. On the ship's radio, they could hear terrible news from Jake's home planet. New York is burning, a news reporter was saying. The alien ships are too powerful. Our missiles do nothing to them. Jake's hands were shaking as he piloted the ship. Faster, he said. We need to go faster. The engines are already at maximum power, Zara said. She was watching the space radar. Jake, there are over 1,000 void swarm ships around Earth. I don't care if there are 1,000,000, Jake said. That's my home. Those are my people. Another voice came over the radio. This is President Martinez. All military forces have failed. We are asking for any help from anyone, anywhere. Earth has maybe 2 hours left. Jake felt sick. His planet was dying and he was still hours away. We'll never make it in time, Jake said quietly. Yes, we will, Zara said firmly. She pressed some buttons on the control panel. I'm going to use the quantum jump drive. What does that do? Jake asked. It will get us to Earth in 30 minutes, Zara said. But it's very dangerous. The ship might not survive the jump. Jake looked at her. Will you survive? I don't know, Zara said honestly. But your planet is worth the risk. Do it, Jake said. Zara activated the quantum drive. The stars outside became long white lines. The ship shook like it was going to break apart. Jake held onto his seat as everything around them turned into bright light. When the light faded, they were near Earth. But Jake's beautiful blue planet was covered in dark smoke. Alien ships were everywhere, shooting down at the cities below. Oh no, Jake whispered. We're too late. They could see the void swarm ships destroying everything. Buildings were falling down. Fires were burning everywhere. It looked like the end of the world. The mothership is there, Zara said, pointing at a massive black ship near the moon. The Queen will be inside it. The Queen? Jake asked. She controls all the other void swarm creatures, Zara said. If we can stop her, we can stop them all. Jake looked at the mothership. It was surrounded by hundreds of smaller ships. How can just 2 people get through all of them? We can't, Zara said sadly. I'm sorry, Jake, I failed you. But Jake was thinking. He remembered something from the rebel base. Wait, he said. You said the void swarm are a hive mind, right? They all think together? Yes, Zara said. That's what makes them so strong. But that's also what makes them weak, Jake said with excitement. They've never fought someone like humans before. Jake grabbed his phone and started typing quickly. What are you doing? Zara asked. I'm sending a message to everyone on Earth, Jake said. To every phone, every computer, every device that can receive signals. Jake's message went out to every person still alive on Earth. This is Jake Miller. I'm up here in space with help. The aliens attacking you are a hive mind. They think together and act together. But we are humans. We are chaos. We are unpredictable. Fight back with everything you have. Don't follow any plan. Just fight however you can. Show them what human spirit looks like. All over Earth, people got Jake's message, and they started to fight back. In New York, a pizza delivery man threw hot pizza at alien soldiers. In Tokyo, a group of kids used skateboard tricks to confuse alien patrols. In London, an old lady hit aliens with her umbrella. People fought with baseball bats, kitchen knives, garden hoses, and anything else they could find. They didn't follow any battle plan. They just fought with pure human determination. The Void Swarm had never seen anything like it. Their hive mind couldn't understand the chaos. Some aliens stopped fighting because they were confused. Others started attacking in the wrong directions. "It's working," Zara said with amazement. "Your people are creating total chaos. The Void Swarm doesn't know how to respond." Jake smiled. "Humans are really good at being unpredictable." The distraction was working, but Jake knew it wouldn't last long. "We need to get to that mothership now," he said. Jake flew their ship toward the giant black vessel. Alien fighters tried to stop them, but they were confused by the chaos happening on Earth below. Jake dodged and twisted through the enemy ships. His video game skills helped him again. Soon, they were at the mothership's entrance. "There's no way in," Zara said. "The door is sealed." "Then we make our own door," Jake said. He flew the ship right into the mothership's hull. Their ship crashed through the metal wall and landed inside a huge chamber. Jake and Zara got out of their broken ship. They were inside the mothership, but they weren't alone. Hundreds of Void Swarm creatures were surrounding them, showing their sharp teeth. In the center of the chamber sat the largest, most terrifying creature Jake had ever seen. She was twice as tall as Zara, with black skin and red eyes that glowed like fire. "The Queen," Zara whispered. The Queen spoke with a voice like thunder. "So the little humans have come to die," she said. "How amusing." Zara drew her sword and stepped in front of Jake. "You won't hurt him," she said. "Brave little goddess," the Queen laughed. "But you cannot stop me. I have destroyed 1,000 planets. Earth will be just another meal." The Queen raised her claws, ready to kill Zara. Jake watched in horror as the monster prepared to strike down the woman he loved. "Wait," Jake shouted, stepping between them. "You want Earth? You have to go through me first." The Queen looked at Jake and laughed even harder. "You, a weak little human? You think you can stop me?" But something strange was happening. Jake's phone was glowing in his pocket. The dating ad he had written was appearing on the screen, shining with bright blue light. Jake pulled out his phone and stared at it. The words he had written were floating in the air around him, glowing like stars. "What is happening?" Zara asked. The Queen stopped laughing. Her red eyes were looking at Jake with fear. "Impossible," she whispered. "You carry the ancient words." Jake felt power flowing through his body. The dating ad had been more than just a joke. It had made him something special. Something that could fight against the darkness of the Void Swarm. "You're right," Jake said to the Queen. His voice was stronger now, filled with new power. "I am just a human, but I'm a human who learned to love someone from the stars. And love is stronger than hunger. Love is stronger than destruction." The Queen raised her claws again, but now Jake wasn't afraid. He was ready to fight for his planet and for the woman he loved. The final battle was about to begin. The cosmic energy flows through Jake's body like lightning. His eyes glow bright blue as he stands between the Swarm Queen and Earth. But Jake is still Jake. Instead of shooting laser beams, he accidentally makes his coffee mug float. How do I work this thing?" Jake asks, waving his hands. A park bench lifts into the air and spins around. Zara laughs despite the danger. "Focus, Jake. Think about what you want." The Swarm Queen watches with cold eyes. "You're just a weak human. Your planet will burn." "Yeah, about that," Jake says. He stops the floating bench and walks closer. "I've been thinking. Why do you want to destroy everything? We are the Swarm. We consume. We conquer. But why?" Jake asks again. "What do you get from it?" The Queen pauses. No one has ever asked her this before. Jake continues, "I mean, after you destroy a planet, then what? You're still alone. You're still empty inside." "I am not empty," the Queen shouts. Her ships move closer to Earth. "Yes, you are," Jake says softly. "I know, because I was empty too. Before I met Zara, I sat alone every night. I wrote bad dating ads because I didn't know how to connect with anyone. I thought I was worthless." The Queen's anger flickers for a moment. But then Zara showed up. Jake smiles at his alien girlfriend. She didn't care that I'm not perfect. She liked my terrible jokes. She made me feel complete. Jake's cosmic powers grow stronger as he speaks from his heart. Golden light surrounds him. "Love isn't about taking," he explains. "It's about giving. It's about making someone else happy even when it's hard." The Queen looks confused. "Love? Makes you weak. No, Jake shakes his head. Love makes you strong. Watch. Jake uses his new powers, but not to fight. He creates something beautiful. Golden butterflies made of light dance around the queen. They show her memories, not of destruction, but of creation. Planets where people laugh and love. Children playing. Families hugging. For the first time in 1,000 years, the queen feels something other than anger. A tear runs down her silver face. I had forgotten, she whispers. My people once created beautiful things. We had families. We had love. You can have it again, Jake says gently. But first you have to stop destroying. The queen looks at her massive ships. Then she looks at Jake and Zara, holding hands despite the danger. I call off the attack, she announces. Her ships begin to retreat. We will leave your Earth alone. What will you do now? Zara asks. We will try to remember how to create instead of destroy, the queen says. It will take time. We have much to fix in the galaxy. As the swarm ships disappear into space, Zara turns to Jake with sad eyes. I have to go with them, she says quietly. Jake's heart breaks. What? My people need help rebuilding. The galaxy is broken. I'm the only one who understands both sides now. Jake nods even though it hurts. I understand. Go save the galaxy. Again, they kiss under the stars. Then Zara walks to her small ship. Will I see you again? Jake calls out. Maybe, Zara says with a mysterious smile. Check your dating app. Now. But before they could move, a green beam shot out from the mothership and hit Zara. She screamed and fell to the floor. Zara, Jake yelled. She was not moving. The ship's controls were smoking. Jake was alone and he had no idea how to fly a spaceship. Outside, the mothership was getting closer. Jake looked at the controls of the alien spaceship. His hands were shaking. Behind him, Zara was still unconscious on the floor. In front of him, the giant mothership was getting closer. Come on, Jake, he said to himself. You can do this. It's just like a video game. Jake grabbed the control stick. He had played hundreds of space fighter games. This had to be similar. He pushed forward and the ship moved ahead quickly. The mothership started shooting at them. Red laser beams flew past their ship. Jake moved the control stick left and right, dodging the attacks just like in his favorite games. Yes, Jake yelled as he avoided another laser blast. I'm actually flying a real spaceship. He found the weapon controls and started shooting back. His aim was good from years of gaming. Several of his shots hit the mothership, but it was too big to damage. Jake flew the ship in circles around the mothership, staying away from its weapons. After 10 minutes of fighting, the mothership gave up and flew away. I did it, Jake said quietly. Then louder, I actually did it. Behind him, Zara started to wake up. She opened her eyes and saw Jake at the controls. Jake, she said weakly, how are we still alive? Jake turned around and smiled. I flew us out of there, like in the video games I play. Zara sat up slowly. She looked at Jake with new respect. You pilot like no warrior I have ever seen, she said. You move the ship like it is part of your body. Jake felt proud. Really? I was just trying not to crash. Human pilots think 3 steps ahead, Zara said. Most alien pilots only think 1 step ahead. You saved us both. Jake helped Zara stand up. She was still weak from the energy blast, but she was okay. Where can we go now? Jake asked. There is a rebel base on the planet Zarian, Zara said. Other warriors who fight the Void Swarm meet there. We will be safe. Jake set the ship's course for Zarian. As they traveled through space, Zara told him about her past. I came from a planet called Astros, she said. It was beautiful, with blue oceans and silver cities. But the Void Swarm found it 5 years ago. What happened? Jake asked. Zara's eyes became sad. They ate everything. The trees, the animals, the people. My family, my friends, everyone I loved. I was the only one who escaped. Jake felt terrible for her. I'm so sorry, Zara. Since then, I have been fighting them alone, Zara said. Planet after planet, I try to warn people, but I always arrive too late. You won't be alone anymore, Jake said. I'll help you. Zara looked at him with surprise. Jake, you don't understand how dangerous this is. The Void Swarm destroys everything they touch. I know, Jake said. But Earth is my home, and you are. He stopped talking, not sure what to say. I am what? Zara asked softly. Jake looked into her blue eyes. You are the most amazing person I have ever met. They landed on Zarian 2 hours later. The rebel base was hidden inside a mountain. Dozens of alien warriors from different planets were there. They all looked strong and scary. When Jake and Zara walked into the main room, everyone stopped talking. They stared at Jake like he was strange. "Who is this human?" asked a tall alien with 4 arms. "Why did you bring him here, Zara?" "This is Jake," Zara said proudly. "He defeated a Void Swarm attack squadron by himself." The aliens looked at each other and laughed. "A human?" said another alien with green skin. "Humans are weak. They cannot fight." Jake felt angry. "Hey, I just saved both our lives out there." "Luck," said the 4-armed alien. "Nothing more." Zara stepped forward. Her hand moved to her sword. "This human has more courage than all of you," she said in a dangerous voice. "He risked his life to help me and he asked nothing in return." The room became quiet. Everyone could see that Zara was ready to fight for Jake. "Peace, War Goddess," said an old alien with wise eyes. "If you trust this human, we will give him a chance." The old alien showed them a hologram of the galaxy. "The Void Swarm has taken 12 more planets this month," he said. "Soon they will reach the populated systems." "What can we do?" Zara asked. "Their main fleet is gathering near the Titan Nebula," the old alien said. "If we can destroy their command ships, the rest will be confused." All the alien warriors started talking about battle plans. They wanted to attack with their strongest weapons and biggest ships. Jake listened to their plans and shook his head. "That won't work," he said. Everyone looked at him. "What do you mean, human?" asked the 4-armed alien. "You're thinking like warriors," Jake said. "You want to fight them with strength, but the Void Swarm expects that. They're ready for big battles." "Then what do you suggest?" asked the old alien. Jake smiled. "We think like humans. We use tricks and surprise them." Jake walked over to the hologram and pointed at different spots. "In human movies, when the enemy is too strong, we don't fight them directly. We make them fight each other." "How?" Zara asked. "We hack into their communication system," Jake said. "We send false orders to different parts of their fleet. We make them think they're being betrayed by their own ships." The aliens looked confused, but Zara was smiling. "Jake, that's brilliant," she said. They spent the next few hours working on Jake's plan. The alien warriors were amazed at how different human thinking was. When the plan was ready, Jake and Zara walked outside the base. The planet's 2 moons were shining in the purple sky. "Jake," Zara said, "thank you for helping me." "Thank you for saving my life," Jake said. They stood close together under the alien stars. Zara looked beautiful in the moonlight. "I never thought I would care about someone again," Zara said quietly. "After I lost my planet, I thought my heart was dead." "It's not dead," Jake said. "It's just been waiting." Zara smiled and moved closer to him. "On my planet, when 2 people care about each other, they share their strength." "How?" Jake asked. Instead of answering, Zara kissed him softly. Jake felt warmth spread through his whole body. For a moment, he forgot about spaceships and aliens and danger. When they pulled apart, Zara's eyes were glowing with a soft light. "Now we are connected," she said. "Whatever happens, we face it together." Jake was about to say something romantic when his phone started ringing. It was playing his Earth ringtone, which was impossible in space. "That's weird," Jake said. He looked at his phone. The caller ID said, "Emergency Earth Broadcast." Jake answered the phone. "Hello? This is General Thompson of Earth Defense," a voice said. "If anyone can hear this message, Earth is under attack. Massive alien ships are destroying our cities. We need help. Please, if there are any humans out there, come home." Jake and Zara looked at each other in horror. "We're too late," Zara whispered. The Void Swarm reached Earth. Jake could hear explosions and screaming in the background of the phone call. His home planet was dying while he was kissing an alien princess on another world. "We have to go back," Jake said. "Right now." "Jake," Zara said sadly, "even if we leave immediately, it will take 6 hours to reach Earth. By then—" She didn't finish the sentence. They both knew what she meant. Jake looked up at the stars, trying to see Earth in the distance. Somewhere out there, his planet was burning. "We have to try," Jake said. "Even if we're too late, I won't abandon my home." Zara nodded. "Then we go together." "But Jake, you need to know. If Earth falls, there may be nothing left to save." Jake Miller sat alone in his small apartment at 2 a.m. on a Friday night. The blue light from his computer screen lit up his tired face. Empty pizza boxes were stacked on his desk. His phone was full of dating apps, but none of them worked for him. Another night, another rejection, Jake said to himself. He looked at his reflection in the black computer screen. A normal guy with messy brown hair and glasses looked back at him. Nothing special about him at all. Jake worked as an IT guy at a boring office. Every day was the same. Wake up, go to work, fix computers, come home, eat pizza, and try to find someone to date. But dating was hard. Really hard. His friends always made fun of him. Jake, you're too shy, they would say. Just be more interesting. But how could he be interesting when his life was so normal? Jake opened his laptop and looked at his dating profile again. It was basic and boring, just like him. Nice guy looking for someone special. Nobody ever messaged him back. His phone buzzed. It was a text from his friend Mike. Dude, you need to do something crazy with your dating profile. Make it weird and funny. I dare you. Jake rolled his eyes. Mike was always giving bad advice. But then another text came from his friend Sarah. Mike is right for once. Your profile is too boring. Write something totally different. Something that will make people laugh. Jake stared at the messages. Maybe they were right. Maybe he needed to try something new. Something completely crazy. Fine, Jake said out loud. If I'm going to fail at dating, I might as well fail in a big way. He opened a new dating profile and started typing. His fingers moved quickly across the keyboard. Looking for someone out of this world, he wrote. Must be strong, brave, and ready for adventure. Bonus points if you can handle weapons and have saved planets. Normal girls need not apply. I want someone who can fight aliens and look good doing it. Jake laughed at his own words. It was ridiculous. Who would ever answer an ad like that? But it was fun to write. Much more fun than his boring old profile. He kept typing. I'm tired of Earth girls. I want someone from space. Someone who has fought in galactic wars and knows how to use a sword. Someone who can protect me from danger and still look beautiful. Jake read it again and shook his head. This is so stupid, he said. But he posted it anyway. He put it on 5 different dating sites. Why not? What was the worst that could happen? After posting the ad, Jake felt better. At least he had done something different. Something his friends would laugh about tomorrow. He closed his laptop and got ready for bed. But as he walked to the bathroom to brush his teeth, something strange happened. His apartment started to fill with a soft blue light. At first, Jake thought it was just the street light outside, but the light was getting brighter. What the hell? Jake said. He looked around his apartment. The light was coming from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It was beautiful, but also scary. The light got brighter and brighter. Jake had to cover his eyes. He could feel the air in his room getting warm. Something was happening. Something impossible. Then he heard a voice. A woman's voice, strong and clear. Human, the voice said. You have called for a warrior from the stars. Jake's heart started beating fast. This had to be a dream. Or maybe he was having a heart attack from too much pizza. The blue light started to fade. Jake slowly moved his hands away from his eyes. Standing in the middle of his messy apartment was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. She was tall, with long golden hair that seemed to glow in the dark. She wore armor that looked like it was made of stars. A sword hung at her side, and her blue eyes were looking right at him. I am Zara, she said, War Goddess of the Andromeda Fleet. I have traveled across the galaxy to answer your call. Jake's mouth fell open. He tried to speak, but no words came out. Zara stepped closer to him. Her armor made soft musical sounds as she moved. You wrote that you wanted someone who could handle weapons and save planets, she said with a small smile. I have done both. Many times. Jake finally found his voice. This isn't real, he whispered. You're not real. I am very real, Jake Miller, Zara said. And now that you have summoned me, you must prove yourself worthy of a war goddess. The last thing Jake saw before he fainted was Zara reaching out to catch him as he fell to the floor. Everything went black. Jake woke up with a terrible headache. His eyes opened slowly and he saw stars, real stars outside a window. But this was not his apartment window. Where am I? Jake said, sitting up quickly. He was lying on a soft bed that felt like clouds. The room around him was made of silver metal and glowing blue panels. You are on my ship, a voice said behind him. Jake turned around and saw Zara. She was not wearing her golden armor anymore. Instead, she had on normal Earth clothes, blue jeans and a white t-shirt. But she still had her sword on her belt. This is real. Jake said quietly. "You are really here. This is really happening." Zara smiled. "Yes, Jake Miller. This is very real, and we need to talk." Jake looked out the window again. They were flying through space. Stars and planets moved past them like cars on a highway. It was beautiful and terrifying at the same time. "How long was I asleep?" Jake asked. 3 hours, Zara said. "I gave you time to rest. Humans are not used to galactic travel." Jake stood up and walked to the window. Earth was getting smaller behind them. His home planet looked like a tiny blue marble. "Where are we going?" Jake asked. Zara's face became serious. "We are going to save your planet," she said. "Earth is in great danger." Jake turned to look at her. "What kind of danger?" Zara walked over to a control panel and pressed some buttons. A hologram appeared in the air between them. It showed ugly, dark creatures with too many teeth and claws. "These are the Void Swarm," Zara said. "They are the most evil race in the galaxy. They travel from planet to planet, eating everything alive. They destroy worlds and leave nothing behind." Jake stared at the hologram. The creatures looked like nightmares. "And they want to attack Earth?" "Earth is next on their list," Zara said. "I have been fighting them for many years, but I cannot stop them alone." Jake laughed, but not because it was funny. "Lady, I think you have the wrong guy. I fix computers for a living. I can't fight space monsters." Zara stepped closer to him. "You are exactly the right guy, Jake. Do you know why?" "Because I'm brave?" Jake asked. "Because I'm strong? Because I have some secret power?" "No," Zara said. "Because you are human, and humans think differently than any other race in the galaxy." Jake did not understand. "What do you mean?" Zara sat down and looked tired. "I have been fighting the Void Swarm for 10 years. I have tried every battle plan, every weapon, every strategy. Nothing works. They are too smart and too strong. So how can I help?" Jake asked. "There is an old prophecy," Zara said. "It says that only human creativity can defeat the Void Swarm. Humans see problems in ways that no other race can see them." Jake sat down next to her. "And my dating ad somehow called you?" Zara nodded. "Your words contained ancient summoning language. Ready for adventure and handle weapons are powerful cosmic phrases. When you wrote them together, they created a signal that reached across the galaxy." "I just wanted a date," Jake said. "And instead you got a war goddess," Zara said with a small smile. Suddenly red lights started flashing all over the ship. A loud alarm was making noise. "What's happening?" Jake asked. Zara jumped up and ran to the control panel. "We are under attack," she said. Her face was worried. Jake looked out the window and saw dark ships coming toward them. They looked like the creatures from the hologram, ugly and scary. "Void Swarm Scouts," Zara said. "They found us." The ship shook as energy blasts hit it. Jake fell down but got back up quickly. "Can you fight them?" Jake asked. "I can try," Zara said. She was pushing buttons very fast. "But there are too many of them." More energy blasts hit the ship. The lights went out for a second, then came back on. "We need to land somewhere safe," Zara said. "There is a space station nearby, but first we have to get past these ships." Jake looked at the control panel. It was covered with buttons and screens showing strange alien writing, but some of it looked familiar. "Wait," Jake said. "This looks like a computer system. I work with computers every day." "This is not an Earth computer," Zara said. "But it works the same way," Jake said. He started pushing buttons. "Every system has patterns. Every program has logic." The ship shook again. This time pieces of the ceiling fell down. "Jake, what are you doing?" Zara asked. "I'm hacking their ships," Jake said. His fingers moved quickly over the alien controls. "If these are machines, then they have weaknesses." Jake found what he was looking for. He pushed one final button. Outside the window, the Void Swarm ships suddenly stopped moving. They were floating in space like broken toys. "How did you do that?" Zara asked. She was staring at Jake with wide eyes. "I found their communication frequency and sent them a logic puzzle they couldn't solve," Jake said. Their computer brains crashed trying to figure it out. Zara looked at him like he was a hero. "Jake, that was amazing. No warrior in the galaxy has ever thought to do that." Jake smiled. For the first time in his life, he felt special. But their happiness did not last long. A huge shadow covered their ship. Jake looked up and saw the biggest spaceship he had ever seen. It was black and ugly, with thousands of weapons pointing at them. The mothership, Zara whispered. We have to run.